Hello, this is Greg Allison from Green Greg's coming to you on 11 September 21. Time on deck, 18:35 hours. Yes, this is 9/11. But I'm coming here right now to talk to you about the harvest, corn, food supplies, food prices. A lot of YouTube channels would have you believe that this is the problem, this crop harvest. Well, and you know, I had thought that myself at one time, especially given all the floods in China. Turns out China's got record corn harvest this year, believe it or not. Despite all their floods, and record floods this year, worse than last year, their corn harvest is a record level. So that puts some things in a little different perspective. Yet food prices are going up and availabilities are going down. So what is the problem? Well, my friends, this ain't it. Look at this corn crop. This is a beautiful corn crop here. Check it out. All dry, ready to go. And it is being harvested in many locations. I've already seen entire fields harvested, but they're just getting started. It's a great time to harvest now. We're having record harvest here in the southeast, in this part of the Corn Belt. And it's just wonderful here because we've had rain way up into the summer, record amounts of rain, but it stopped and dried off just in time for the harvest. It's like the hand of God has really favored the people in this area this year for growing corn and other crops. I'll say this year. That's all dried out. The cob's a little mushy in there though. Anyway, check it out, guys. It's a beautiful crop all around here. Nice, tall corn. Ears are fully loaded and lots of them, big ears. Lots of them, lots of them. So, you may ask then, well, Greg, what is the problem? Well, we do know that China had record demand. China had a big buying surge. And early in the year, they were buying record amounts of corn. It drove the prices up, corn and other grain. But they've kind of slacked back a little bit because they are having their own grain. Of course, their hogs come back online. You know, their hogs got wiped out by a swine flu. And that, as they come back, we've seen an increase in demand of grain. So the expectation was that it would just keep going up. This year, it's projected that 23 million metric tons of corn is going to China. And that's a pretty solid number. That's by the USDA, but they're also projecting next year to be 26 million metric tons. That's probably a bit aggressive. It's probably a bit optimistic because, as it turns out, they're slacking back in their buying a little bit, and they're producing a lot of corn on their own. And it appears to some analysts that, in fact, that they were just building up their inventory, stocking up so they wouldn't get in trouble, that they would have plenty in reserve. And if that's the case, we can expect steady sales to China, but going down. Now, as you know, there were problems with crops and soybeans and such down in South America, but that seems to, you know, they had major crop failures, but soybean prices have stabilized, even wheat. Now, we do know the Northwest had the drought that really drove, now, hey, listen, food prices are going up 30%, so availabilities are going down. So we're going to get to that. I'm just telling you, this ain't the problem. Because even though the Northwest, up in the northwestern part of the Corn Belt, they had a drought that severely hampered their harvest, it has been more than made up for here in the southeastern portion of the Corn Belt. Now, this isn't what you call the normal Corn Belt, but guys, we have made record harvest. Oh, by the way, I've found a way to get away from the traffic I've been fighting and dealing with doing this kind of videos because I went to the graveyard. Got a beautiful sunset here. So we should be able to have some uninterrupted discussion here real quick. I'm going to try to keep this quick. So you say, oh yeah, by the way, there are shortages in fruits and vegetables because California, they're ripping up almond trees and other parts of the West because of the droughts. There are, you know, Oregon and Washington State has had severe droughts, and it's cut back their fruit production severely. Vegetables in California. So fruits and vegetables are still in short supply. Fruits and vegetables are probably the food we ought to be eating more than this stuff, okay? This stuff is high carbs, but it doesn't make good animal feed. So, but animals really should be fed grass. All that said, you can't blame the production of corn on this situation. Some of my fellow YouTube channels have ventured to try to go there, and I say, not so much. So what is the problem? The problem is the supply chain. The problem is other things in the supply chain. A lot of people are selling emergency supplies similar to, if you go to prepwithgreg.com, you find great deals on long-term food storage. Well, a lot of those places are claiming that they're going to be coming into shortages, and they're talking about 30% price increases. I have not heard that from my supplier. My Patriot Supply seems to be going pretty steady right now, but a lot of them are claiming that, and they're having major shortages on their ends. But a big thing is just the supply chain itself. The supply chain is unraveling. You got ships off the coast, factories aren't operating full scale, a lot of it due to the bug, a lot of it due to lack of parts because of things that just aren't flowing. There's major disruptions in the supply chain, major disruptions. And to drive that home, just look at your grocery store shelves. Grocery store shelves are getting barer and barer constantly. Less and less stuff, and they're moving things to the front to kind of conceal it and hide it. But it's getting hard for them to do now. And the projections are that it's going to get worse. And well, now with this whole new mandate thing, a lot of people are going to be walking off the jobs, and a lot of companies that have already been critically understaffed causing these problems. So this could be a train wreck, guys. This could be a train wreck. So it is the distribution system, it's the supply chains that have been unraveling, and it's going to get worse. That part will get worse, especially with the mandates out there. I can't see any way around that. Given that, I would say you really do need to stock up. You do need to prep. I've been saying that all along. I would hope that I could have brought you a different message here today. But you know, you never know. We got a sun that's getting really active on us. That big ball of fire in the sky right there controls our weather. It also could shoot out coronal mass ejections and take down our power grid. There's been a lot of talk lately about the internet going down. Well, that would be the least of the problems. Well, that would be a problem. It could really cause a lot of chaos for a few months. The power grid going down might not be repairable if you lose enough of those large transformers. Now, I've talked about that in many other videos. So bear in mind, when I talk about traffic, I may be getting somebody inspecting me here. I want to make sure I'm not doing something. Well, we're just talking about corn here. Hope I don't have to talk to them. But anyway, guys, so here's the thing. The key thing is the supply chain itself. The supply chain is at risk. It does have problems, and it's not going to get any better. So bear that in mind, and I would highly encourage you to prep as much as you can while you can. Go to prepwithgreg.com. Right now we have $200 off of a 3-month supply of food that lasts a good 25 years, perhaps longer. And there's also $50 off of a 1-month supply. So that's down from what it was, but it's still a pretty good deal, guys. So definitely check it out. And because it's going to get, the prices are going up. There are claims that the inflation's going up, prices are going up, and it's irrespective of this. And it may get far, far worse with the new anticipated labor shortages. Labor shortages are a big problem here, my friends. Labor shortages are something that we've got to pay a lot of attention to. So just bear that in mind. All right, I think I've said enough here. Yeah, there's just a family going to a local grave here, putting decorations on it. So, guys, prep now. I'm expecting major disruptions in the supply chains, major disruptions. And again, this ball of fire in the sky up there, it's getting more active. We may see trouble from it. We may really see trouble with our power grid, with our magnetic field going weaker, and that would end the supply chain. It would be over. That's why you want to prep, guys. That's why you want to get ready. That, intentions for war, internal strife, external strife. Guys, there's just a whole lot to talk about. So, might do a live video after this. I don't know, driving home, but guys, I just want you to be aware of that. Get ready, prepare, do everything you can to get ready. Supply chain is coming apart. But this is not the problem. That's the good news. How this gets to you is the problem. So stay tuned. I'll try to keep things accurate as best I can and bring you news of what's going on. This proposition in this channel to help you survive, thrive, and stay out of the hive. So just bear that in mind. And guys, we're going to cover this as it develops. If you're not subscribed to my channel, subscribe, bang the update notification bell, and click all. And I wish everybody a good weekend, and God bless. Goodbye.